3/4 of those people would consider themselves as people who text often. This represents a huge culture shift for Americans, and while there are many benefits to this new age of text communication, there are also many negative effects in the world of business communication. With text communication being as large as it is today, people can communicate with almost anyone from any location as long as they know their phone number or email address. This allows someone who may never get a chance to meet a high-profile person, such as the CEO of a company, to ask for advice or communicate an idea with them. Also, texts and emails are delivered instantly to a device that most people have with them at all times, meaning you can ask someone a question without having to drive to where they are at and get a quick response. Another large reason that we use text and email so much is because it allows us to share many types of information with each other. This could be anything from a picture of yourself on vacation to a PowerPoint presentation on the importance of brushing your teeth. In the fast-paced world of business, this type of communication is absolutely necessary for keeping everyone informed. However, there can be problems when text communication is used too much. Like most things in life, all good things can be harmful when overdone, and the same is true for texting and emailing. Since text communication is so easy for people these days, this can often cause a person to email someone when meeting in person would have been a better option. This leaves some people, especially younger people, unprepared for real-world communication. While text communication is easy and only depends on the words you use, real-world face-to-face communication is very complicated and depends on many things. Some of these things include keeping eye contact, facial expressions, posture, tone of voice, and appearance. Even the best speakers in the world have to keep practicing these elements of communication, so imagine how hard it must be for an average person. In this picture, we can see an example of miscommunication and the importance of understanding body language. The guy on the left shows a lot of signs that he is either uninterested or uncomfortable with talking to this guy on the bus. You can see this in the fact that he is looking away, crossing his arms, and in his very unhappy facial expression. He needs to make it very clear that he is not interested in the conversation, as the other seems to have no intention of stopping. Meanwhile, the guy on the left is disregarding all of these signals and not changing his style at all. He is invading the guy on the left's space. He looks very informal as compared to the man on the left, and he looks like he is staring at a fly on the wall. This really makes it seem like he doesn't care at all for what the person on the left is thinking. Giving the man some space and trying to appear more formal would probably go a long way in helping the conversation move forward if the man wants to talk at all. If we do not practice these elements of communication, it can become harder for us to communicate in different situations that may occur in everyday life. Even though text communication is becoming a large part of our society, real-world face-to-face communication is and always has been an important part of communication. Connecting with others through face-to-face communication can allow us to network, rise through a company, and even just make friends with the people we work with. There is this saying that goes, "It's not what you do that makes your work bearable, it's the people you work with." You can have the most fun job in the world, but if you have to deal with people that you don't get along with, then you will hate every day of it. All of these points just go to show how important it is to be able to communicate with other people. If we can't communicate with other people, then you will get nowhere within the company and your life will be less rewarding. So while text communication is important in the world of business, remember to take the time to talk to the person next to you from time to time. Thank you for listening.